From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The sun is setting. The skies are clear. Texas Motor Speedway is here for the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. Regular season is going to end tonight, and somebody's going to win the regular season championship, and there are going to be some drivers locked into the playoffs. That is where we are at. That is what we're going to be doing, all brought to you by the Winning Bid DIecast Auctions. You got to find their link in the description. You can find them on Facebook. Absolutely fantastic company, and we love to see them also. Thank you to Big Ops Motorsports, Butt Kicker, and, of course, all of you out there running ragged, waiting for some Truck Series action here on iRacing, the platform for all sim racing. And these trucks are getting faster and faster and faster. Race information for you. They're going to run 110 lap stage. Is going to end on lap 40. 73% fuel in the trucks on the 1.5-mile circuit means that they're going to be running roughly about 33 to 38 laps on their fuel cycle. One fast repair, 4 sets of tires in the pits, and that is the way they roll. Championship standings look just like this. Mark Beverly has the points lead and the playoff points lead at the moment with 31 playoff points. Kevin Winker in second, 548 points. Bill Hales, 473. Two of the dominating drivers at first and second. Bill Hales very, very much in the mix when it comes to finding the playoff standings. Eric Hagel fourth, Dougie Higgins Jr. in fifth. Drivers looking at the cutoff line is going to be Jeremy Talley and Caleb Patton. They're going to take 15 into the round of 15, of course. And so a close eye on what's happening in 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. If Dakota England wins the race and the drivers below him finish pretty much, pretty close to dead last, then that would be the case. But I don't think Dakota's racing today, so if he is not racing, then that's not something we're going to look at. Tyler Puckett, though, is one of those folks that are going to be looking at that championship standings as they stand at the moment. We look at kind of where these drivers are going to be focusing on here. Stage win is important. That's an extra bonus point for the end of the race. The pole sitter is going to get some bonus points as well. And then the race winner, of course, looking for those extra bonus points going into the playoffs next week. 15 drivers looking at that. So Jeremy Talley needs to have a phenomenal finish today. And actually, I don't even think Mr. Talley's in the race today. So Caleb Patton will look to try to capitalize on that. Good race for everybody today. Good to see everybody out there. Caleb, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate you. James, appreciate you as well. Thank you for the shares, folks. I always appreciate those, and I know that the drivers do as well. Qualifying is going to get underway. And big special thank you to all the folks that help support me over here at Signature Esports. Of course, there's the winning bid DIecast auctions. Let me get rid of that. We're going to go empty, 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 empty. May have to reload some textures here, so let's reload the overlay. See what's going on with that. Something is happening, and we don't want that to roll up there. Folks that are also involved with me over here, Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast, of course, our caution sponsor throughout the series, and of course, not just the series, but across all series. And of course, our good friends over at the Roasted Gems family, roastedgems.com. And make sure you use promo code BZ20. TheButtKicker.com. Feel what you've been missing. New systems that they have out there. Absolutely looking forward to seeing the reviews on that as well. I know a lot of folks out there that watch our races are utilizing the Butt Kicker. But if you have not experienced the Butt Kicker system and you do have iRacing or a simulator, I would suggest that you get it because it's an absolutely phenomenal product, and we love them over there. Use promo code AOR20. Again, Alpha Oscar Romeo, the number 2, the number 0, AOR20 at checkout, and you'll save yourself 20% off. Helps the leagues out, helps all of what's happening there. Texas is going to be hot and heavy. Let's take a look one more time at that race information again. Track temperature is going to be right there where the air temperature is. 79 degrees on the track on the track temperature right now to the 76-degree air temperature. 54% humidity. Clear skies are going to be beautiful as we go from sunset to nighttime racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. The 2-mile-an-hour wind will not play a factor. Altitude just might, though, and we'll see some fast times as these drivers try to close in on having the best race possible. And, man, just excited to get this thing rolling, excited to get folks out there having some fun, and we should see it. Get your chats in there. We want to make sure that you see, we get to see you all out there having some fun, and I love to chat it up with you and keep things rolling for each and every one of you. The banking here at Texas Motor Speedway is going to be calm and collective, hard into the corners. A good drive off. You can almost full throttle 3 and 4. It's just absolutely insane racing for the most part, and we always love to see it. Texas Motor Speedway was created in, let's see, I talked about the banking, 20-degree banking in 1 and 2, 24 and 3 and 4, which makes that drive off in 3 and 4 just a little bit better. This track opened in February of 1996. It broke ground in 1995. Owned and operated by Speedway Motorsports Incorporated. If you have not been down to the Fort Worth, Texas area to the Texas Motor Speedway, I highly suggest you do it. It's a ton of fun and a great racetrack to visit. If you haven't done so, put that on your bucket list. I know 1.5-mile tracks, sometimes people feel like, oh, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Not really. The drive off is always a ton of fun. It's going to be absolutely perfect. Austin, thank you so much for being out there. Appreciate you very much, Mr. Harger. How are you doing? Thank you for the 100 stars. Always appreciate the stars. Lots of biddies, lots of stars, lots of things in the mix. Thank you so much for what you do. That's Maximus Sports Cards and the folks over there. We love Maximus Sports Cards and what they do. Gotta check it. You got to check out his page too on Facebook. If you don't do that, then can't get yourself any of those fantastic cards that we're used to seeing. They are going to go through their starting procedures. I know a lot of drivers are still out there working on getting some stuff taken care of. They have about 3 minutes and 60 seconds, 3 minutes and 50, 3 minutes, 60 seconds, 4 minutes and 50 seconds before they finish it. Woo! There's that alert. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Didn't expect the alert to pop into my ears though, man. Oh man. Caleb, 1,200 stars for every wreck. Take a shot. I do wish that I could. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I wish that I could drink. It's not anything bad other than I'm allergic to a lot of wheat and a lot of gluten. So most alcohols I cannot have, and so I would love to partake, but I cannot. So it's unfortunate circumstances. I would love to have a beer. I used to drink Guinness, and my body just decided one day that it was just not happy with wheat, and now it'll kill me. So we don't want that. Oh man, Texas is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Hopefully everybody is excited out there as well. Have some fun. Thank you very much for the 1,200 stars. I appreciate you very much. Reminder that the stars get doubled through Facebook for monthly bonuses and everything. So once I get to their specific amount, they double up the stars. So thank you so much to everybody out there for doing that. And it all goes to a good cause. It's all going to go to one. We're upgrading. We have to upgrade our system to be able to keep up and maintain, not just with our competition, because our competition is getting better, and we want to make sure that we're right on par with them, if not better, in some aspects. But iRacing's increasing the look and the dynamic of their simulator, so I want to be able to keep up with that as well. But also to our causes out there as well. If you're on Twitch, you can !charity, and you will see the charity that I'm supporting. We're going to try to, by the end of the month, try to raise that full $1,000. We're up to $250 so far, and that will be a way that you can donate. That is to Operation Supply Drop. It is a nonprofit organization that sends care packages overseas that are gaming in mind and themed, so that our men and women that are deployed can have something to do and try to relax in a chaotic time. So much love to those folks over there. We love them, and I look forward to seeing more from them. We're gonna have some fun. MLO Bros, that's the other sponsor that I wanted to talk about. Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. No, you don't have to be from Youngstown to appreciate the podcast. Go to their Facebook pages and link in the description on Facebook and YouTube. If you're in the housing market, or you want to hear about what's going on around, not just in their area, but around the country, they've got some great solid advice, and they've even had homeowners, or not homeowners, pros, your home pros get on there and talk about things that they've been able to do too. So I love what they do in those podcasts. They release them on Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. and they do that live. So you can get on there and give them some love and share your thoughts if you are in that market. Much love to the folks over there, and to everybody doing what they do. Let's see. Austin, good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's going to be a good night, Caleb says out there on Facebook. I think it's going to be a good night. I think Texas is a great racetrack, and it's a comfortable racetrack too. I'm going to hit my little commercials. I'll be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
there's an absolute gem of a podcast as well. They have such great content. They released a new episode this morning. Love to see what they're doing, and I highly encourage everybody to get out there and give them some love. I always appreciate everybody doing what they can to support the creators and the content creators that are out there. Pace Track's going to line them up on pit road here, and this is going to be your starting grid. Eric Hagdahl is going to be your pole sitter. Kevin Winker is going to be your outside pole sitter. Eric has been very good about capturing the pole here. He sits fourth in points in the series, looking to try to capitalize on that. John Cialino and Mark Beverly will be there in row 2. Will Reinl and Dougie Higgins Jr. will be there in row number 3. Jesse Calloway and Haas Beverly in row 4. Bill Hales, Jesse Wise, that'll make up row number 5. Tyler Beverly and Haas pretty much separated by a single point for position here. But Tyler's going to be there with Rob Hattenbach in that 6th row. Moving on down that starting grid. Nathan Dahl, Mike Miller, Caleb Patton, Keith Prince, Pat Baldwin back out there in the mix. The number 7 machine, I like what he is doing out there. David Smith in 18th. Lance Thompson out there in the 21. He is going to make up that last driver on the outside row. In row number 9, they're going to be 19 drivers here. We're going to have some fun. I'm sorry, that's row number 10. 19 drivers here. We're going to have some fun. And this is going to be a good race. Thank you to everybody for doing what you do. 115 laps on the ticker. I thought it said 110 in there, so apologies about the mix-up there. But still, stages are not going to be changing. That's going to be a 40-lap stage. I said 33 to 38. Quite possibly, we might see these drivers go all the way to 40 when they come around to pit road. We shall see when it comes to the drivability. If there's a caution, then they'll be fine. We will see what's going to happen. Pace Truck's going to lead them off. We're going to go around, and they're going to be ready to rock and roll. I'm going to refresh trading paints while these drivers pull themselves off of pit road so that way we can make sure that all of the line is ready to roll. And some beautiful looking trucks to do so, to say the least. Full Send Network, a.k.a. Signature Esports. There's the Sundrop 69. He is looking for a playoff berth here as well. And I'm excited. Bill has his Toyota on lock. I love his new paint scheme. I've seen it a couple of times, excuse me, this week. And I'm really digging what he's doing. Eric Hagdahl is your pole sitter as the Waste Equip number 4 looks for that Ford to go out front. Kevin Winker to the outside as the HCK Beagles logo on the top. Team America ready to rock and roll. Pace Truck will dive in. And this is going to be some flat-out racing for straight up 115 laps, 40-lap stage. Full send, green flag is going to wave. Through the gears they go. We're rolling at Texas. A race to define them all. We're going to be in the playoffs next week. And Eric Hagdahl trying to close down the distance. What a roll they're going to have. On to the backstretch. Everybody trying to get into a huge... What's up, Jesse? Good to see you out there. Good to see you Sunday. You're going to have a fantastic race. 3 and 4, very busy. Onto the front stretch they go. Front stretch tri-oval. This is a very much fast-paced race. Eric Hagdahl to the outside. Kevin Winker already trying to make the pass to the inside. Cialino's going to be very good, very strong here. Will Reinl on the 17, trying to close the distance. Multi-groove in 1 and 2. Lifting points are going to be very different for these drivers as Kevin Winker takes the lead here. Caution comes out. Rob Hattenbach involved. Thank you for the like out there, Jesse. Appreciate you very much. You're amazing. Love our caution sponsors. You're just amazing. Here's what happened. Las Vegas for the start. That's right. I missed this past week. I need to, actually, it reminds me, I need to take care of you. So thank you very much. I need to make sure you're good to go. They're going to be starting round 2 this week as well. We're going to get your points loaded into SDK as well. That's going to be a ton of fun. Here's what happened. 44. Whoa. Got tight in the corner. There's the 69 into him. Jesse Wise gets right into the 44. 3 goes around. One more time. It's Rob Hattenbach right there, and he's got a new paint scheme on. I do dig it. It looked like he got tight in the corner. Here's the 45. We're going to come from the front stretch here. We're going to watch from the front stretch. 44 makes the pass on the is making the pass on the inside. Has the low line run. 45 still there. 44 lower to the corner, gets tight, drifts up the racetrack. Oh. Has to get out of the gas. 45 didn't expect it. And then boom. And then boom. And then boom. And then boom. And then the Home Depot chrome machine is going to have to go and take that first fast repair of the race. I like Las Vegas, too. I like Las Vegas not only on iRacing, but I like that in real life as well. It's a small one, but we're going to give it to him. 44 is going to get the helicopter award for the moment. I think he had to jump to pit road, so we'll see if his toe is going to be all right and might find himself a lap or 2 down. Prince and Wise in on pit road. Keith Prince is going to leave with a little bit of damage repair. Jesse Wise took a lot of nose damage there, so I don't know. He's not going to take that fast repair. I don't blame him if he did. I wouldn't blame him if he didn't. So maybe get himself to pit road, get some of that nose damage repaired. The right side is a very, very tricky place to get any kind of damage, especially on the front right side. Because in the truck series, that's where the radiator is located. And any kind of damage to the radiator is no bueno. Kevin Winker, your race leader. Hegdal, Ciolino, Rhino, and Beverly. That'll be Mark Beverly there. Kendra, thank you for the like out there. Much love and appreciation. Thank you to everybody out there doing what you do. Keep it rolling, folks. Keep your comments going. Hit those likes. Hit that. So here's the deal. YouTube Gaming just went and said we're going to start allowing folks to rate. Here's the thing. You have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Okay. We are in somewhere in the 700-ish, 750 mark. We're a couple hundred away. And so in order to be able to not only support ourselves and everybody out there, but also support other streamers and gamers out there when we want to be able to send people over to other streams afterwards, which is something that I'm trying to work on doing on all the platforms because I want to make sure that we're supporting other streamers out there. Make sure you go and you get out there and you follow or what they call subscribe on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Drop a like on the video. I'd appreciate it if you did that as well. By doing that, we're going to get us closer to that 1,000 mark. Once we hit that 1,000 mark, we'll be able to support other streamers and support other gamers as well at the same time. So not only that, but there's ad revenue involved. But that has nothing to do with it because I don't like commercials. I like the commercials that I can play, that I have the choice of playing. I don't like what's going on, and especially with the Purple doing what they're doing here lately. I'm going to be curious to see what's going to be in nature. Back at it, though. Full send. Green flag's going to wave. Hagdo gets a better restart there on the outside lane. He's going to have the roll into the corner. Winker, Hagdal side by side. Winker's going to have the roll off from the corner. Ford's going to have the crossover move here. Watch this. He is up to speed. Is going to drive straight into that second lane. And a move into the corner. 42 is going to drive the natural lane. He's going to try to close down. He does so. There's a good runoff in the corner. Tire wear is going to be a big factor here. The 9 of Callaway trying to make it work. Here's Jesse Callaway trying to bring that PBR machine in the mix. Mark Beverly under fire from the 33 of Ciolino, high side next to the wall. You're going to see a lot of these drivers be able to turn that outside lane on 1 and 2. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to be aggressive here early. To get himself in position to be able to close them on a half track down. Ciolino right behind him. in the third. I'm sorry, Cialino right there to the outside. Bill Hales in the 53 to the back bumper of the 41. Draftability of the track is going to be huge, but braking is going to be a big factor as well. Kevin Winker runs the fastest lap of the race last time by 30.50 for the 42. Not going to be the fastest lap all night, though. Track temperature is going to change. 4 is dropping to the corner, I think, a little bit too early here. I think he needs to widen the gap if he's going to be able to want to get to Kevin Winker. Both of those drivers still running fast laps still as we progress through time. Jesse Calloway, fastest lap of the race last time. He's in third, 30.44 for the number 9. Baldwin Wise off track. Caution's going to come out here. As something happened real quick, real early. Looks like they had to go off track. Lance Thompson involved. We will go back and take a look. Caution. I do think, I'm going to back this up just a little bit. I think Baldwin's a little bit loose getting in the corner. Pat driving the Mountain Dew number 7. Let's far chase this one real quick. Here it is. Drops into the corner. Oh, just hits that apron. It kind of seemed to me, 67, big check up there. So the 7 goes off track. He's fine. And then Dave Smith back here with the 77, and it looks like the 21. Dave Smith sees him get loose. Gets out of the throttle a little bit. 77 comes up and dinks him. The 77 with the 21 there. 77 gets really thrown around. That's Keith Prince getting involved as well in the number 3 truck. So Mike Miller was unable to avoid that one. I'm going to go inside the cockpit view here. Whenever someone's getting loose in front of you, I know it's hard to give up any kind of track position. But inside a corner, there's Dave Smith in front of him. I see him getting loose. I'd be out of the throttle right now. And he didn't get out of the throttle until he was making contact. Could have been an avoidable incident for a lot of drivers there. And unfortunate circumstances. But nothing wrong with it. They can go back. They can get it all taken care of. Kevin Winker still your race leader here on lap 12. As the lights start coming out here at Texas, the sun is pretty much, I would assume, pretty darn set out there. As the caution flag waves here for lap 12, and look at pit road and victory lane. The backstretch here on Texas Motor Speedway. I do believe that was a better one. So we're going to give it to 77 there. He went around a little bit more than normal. 21 of Lance Thompson on pit road getting himself figured out. There's the 22 of Haas Beverly in front of the 77 of Michael Miller. Miller had to go to pit road, so he put himself a lap down naturally. Having to go to pit road early. Pretty much everybody else doing the same thing. 4 sets of tires make up a lot of ground here. There is Haas Beverly in the number 22. 27 of Caleb Patton in front of him. Inside the top 10. Cialino trying to work his way back to 3rd here. He dropped all the way to 8th from the start of this race. Bill Hales up to And Dougie Higgins Jr. right where he started, not making any ground just yet. Eric Hagdahl in that 2 spot, holding Kevin Winker at bay for a moment. But Jesse Calloway is not a driver you want to sleep on. He will be fast. He will be furious. Look at her, rack 'em, stack 'em, line up. Hot grade, folks. It's time. I didn't even know I had a Stars party going on. Thank you guys for the Stars party. I appreciate you. Facebook's finally sent me the message saying, hey, Stars party challenge started, and then Stars party wasn't achieved. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Stars parties are great, but it's all good. Thank you very much to all the folks out there who sent stars. You're all amazing. See, that makes Caleb our 7-day leader. How cool is that? I'm gonna put the link in the description. I put it on Twitch, but I'm gonna put it in chat right now. I'm gonna say send it on over and help out Operation Supply Drop with an awesome donation. We have raised $250 so far of that 1,000 goal. And you can watch me live on there as well, because they do have it there, so I highly encourage you to do so. Thank you to the Streamlabs charity organization for being what they are. Absolutely phenomenal folks, and I love it. Sharing my streams over there. They're just wonderful, wonderful people. I don't use Streamlabs, but for overlays and a whole bunch of other stuff that we test and we do, and it's a great system, but we do use OBS for a lot of the stuff that we do, but they're charitable organizations, and everything that we can do to help out over there, absolutely wonderful. Love to be a part of it. Rhino closes the door. Caution once again. Back-to-back cautions. And we'll have to take a look and see what happened. Do believe, I don't know if somebody missed a gear in this situation or not. This is Nathan Dahl right here. And on the start here is the number 7. I kind of want to... They're getting ready to come to green flag. Here's the cockpit view. The 30 of Nathan Dahl behind the 7 here. Waits for the green flag. And... So, oh, big checkup for the 7. He hits the grass and goes around. Kind of want to see what that was like from the point of view of Pat Baldwin. Pat was right here. There was a big checkup. They were anticipating the start here. Big checkup right there. And he just hooked the grass right there. So little rear damage for him, but he'll be able to get that fixed. That won't be a big deal. That was a skadoosh. I need to get myself a Kung Fu Panda skadoosh overlay for that. I really do. Folks, hashtag spicy in the chat because tempers are about to be flaring here in Texas. This is not a two-step. This is 115 laps of pure rage and fun. Lance Thompson, your lucky dog. 2 years in business. And a big reminder that this Sunday is Mother's Day. So if you have not gotten your mother something, I highly suggest you go to roastedgems.com. Use promo code BZ20 if it's your first time checking out to save 10% on your order. Just letting you know, she could really use some coffee. Send it over to your mom. roastedgems.com. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Much love to you all. We all have mothers. I have a beautiful mother. Her name is Trudy. She is amazing. And to all the significants out there that have kids as well, happy Mother's Day to all mothers or mothers that are that want to be mothers. I think everybody. I think Mother's Day should be a celebration of all folks who truly not only appreciate their mothers, but the women in their life that have helped. And some mothers are not mothers. Some mothers are grandmothers. Some mothers are aunts. Some mothers are friends. And it's just absolutely a blessing to see. Folks, I'm going to take a pause. My throat is starting to get sore, so I'm going to go grab a lozenge, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back at it here. Had to get that lozenge. Had to find them first. They were tucked away in a bag. It was not something that you want to have to deal with. Winker out front, Hegdal, Callaway, Rhino, Beverly. That'll be your top 5. The 9 all over the back bumper of the 4 right there. What a great looking run that's strafing up to be 24 of 115. 4 free off the corner. Callaway to the outside. Hegdal was trying to hold on to it there. He did a fantastic job of doing so. 9 of Callaway to the outside. 17 of Rhino to the inside. That's Will in that North Face Ford F-150. Chevy to the outside. Chevy, Ford. Dougie Higgins in the 41. He's in a Ford. He's up a spot from the start of the race. He was in 6th. Caleb Patton, the biggest mover of the race, up 9. The 27 and 6. Bill Hales trying to close down some of that distance to the start of the field here. John Cialino, the driver that's fallen a few of the most spots here. Mark Beverly in that same situation. I think Mark is just trying to salvage his race here, just to have a clean race, because he's got a big enough points to lead at the moment that he just needs to have a clean, good finish, and he will carry in to be the regular season champion. So we'll see what entails for the end of the race. Kevin Winker, if he wins the stage and wins the race, that's going to really put some points in his favor going into the rest of the field. Hegdal back on the back bumper of the 42. Callaway, who was right there on the back bumper of the 4 just 2 short laps ago, now trying to work his way back into a repetition here. Will Rhino trying to do the same thing. A good look at the rearview mirror. And it's not something these drivers want to be looking at. Kevin Winker into the corner here on 3 and 4. A nose cam up next to the wall, drops down into the front stretch, up high, down low again. 3 lanes of movement here. Hegdal utilizing some of that throttle control to try to put himself in a good run here. A little free off the corner there a little bit. Maybe a little bit tight getting into the corner. Utilize that second lane. Drops himself back in. Feathers around the corner, utilizing that white line to turn himself here. 15 100ths of a second, and really not losing that much ground. 29 of 115 underway as Hegdal starts to close in that distance. Will Rhino right there in the mix, ready to capitalize. Out of the throttle a little bit more than Eric Hegdal, as Hegdal falls to a quarter of a second here on turn 1 and 2. 17 trying to close some of that distance down, gets his tires below the white line there. It's going to send him up the racetrack a little bit. You see the ground that he loses. It really disrupts the flow of the truck. Here's that line. Watch that left front quarter panel. He's out of the throttle, closing down that distance. About a quarter second separates Winker and Hegdal. And about the same for Rhino as well. Rhino utilizing a little bit more of a drop-in move. Keeps that left tire right there on that white line. And really closes down some distance there. So does Eric Hegdal. It's a good look at the race line there on what they do there. Hegdal closes in some of that distance. Best place to pass here at Texas? Well, a lot of it's on the outside lane if you can make it work. Top 3, there's a blanket to be had. Dougie Higgins Jr. up to 4th. Trying to close down some of that distance. Up 2. Got himself around Callaway, who was in 5th. Caleb Patton in 6th. Has Jesse Wise behind. Jesse's been able to capitalize. Work his way back around this racetrack. Still has that right front nose damage. But he's having a good race nonetheless. Right behind him, Bill Hales in 8th. John Cialino in the 9th spot. Still trying to make it work here. Haas Beverly not far off, and right in front of him there is, right in front of him is the 44, Rob Attenbach, trying to get some of those laps back. He is 3 laps down, is going to need a free pass and maybe some good luck to run his way. Winker not looking back, Rhino got around Eric Hegel and made that pass. 4-second. Here's a look at that pass right here. Hegel ran high. 17 made that pass on the inside. And that's what that looks like. 33 of 115. Kevin Winker out front, and now that distance he's still going to have to close it back down. 34 of 115 being beginning here as Will Rhino tries to make that line work. About 700 iRating points separate first and second, and roughly about 600 from second to third. 2156 for Kevin Winker, Will Rhino 1493, Eric Hegel 2041, Dougie Higgins Jr., one of the big ones out there, 2724. Bill Hales, 3178. Mark Beverly, 2529. And then a smattering of a bunch of them in the middle. Mark, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate you very much. Winker, Rhino, Hegel. Dougie. Every time I see his name, I want to sing the song. Gotta teach me how to Dougie, buddy. Jesse Calloway in fifth is about to be back under fire here. Tyler Beverly having an issue. He had to jump to pit road. Something happened there. Let's take a look. He might have gotten free here. Or he hit the grass, one of the two. This is turn 3, onto the front stripe. Got himself. He might have gotten free into the corner. He did. Oh, he did. He got tight. It's going to come up. Hopefully he didn't hit the wall. That wasn't Tyler Beverly. That was a number 7. Pat Baldwin. 42. Try to make it all the way around. Beverly in on pit road. He's going to be multiple laps down now. He needs a good race. There's 3 drivers in here that can disrupt that flow for him, and he really does need a good race out of this. Puddin', thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate you. Good to see you folks becoming top fans out there as well. Lance Thompson to pit road, 39 of 115. Mike Miller is going to gain another spot. He's going to be in 16th here. Miller will be your lucky dog. And they come back around. Thompson leaving pit road here. We'll get a free pass, so that'll work into his advantage. 40 of 115. The race is on for the 17 and the 42 for the stage win here. Will Rhino trying to make a move on Kevin Winker. 2 more turns to end stage 1. As the 42 drops into the corner. Comes back around 17 all over the back bumper. Full send. Kevin Winker will win stage 1. Will Rhino had the move and had the patience to get himself around to do that. And Eric Hegel was there to capitalize. 1, 2, 3. Winker, Rhino, Hegel. Dougie Higgins Jr. will be in 4th. Bill Hales will be inside the top 5 when we come back to it. Winker gets another stage win. The Slinger, Wisconsin native. Having himself a whole lot of fun. It'll be his 6th stage win of the season. and they'll meet up with a pace truck. Everybody's going to come to pit road except for those who kind of stayed out or came in a lap or two early. Let's see. Kevin Winker has had 2 pole positions this season. He's had 4 wins, looking to make it 5 here. And that is a big, genuine understatement on what he and Mark Beverly have been doing to each other all season long. The race off pit road is going to be interesting. We're going to see what's going to happen. I am going to take a quick vocal break. I'll be back with you in a little bit. I've got a nice little lozenge. It's working for me. I enjoy it. Pit road's very, very, very busy for the drivers.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
A run into the corner they go. Winker, Hegdal, Rhino, Hales, Beverly, Higgins, Dahl, Patton, Calloway. Having a little coughing fit on the back end of my throat's just sore, folks. I hit a rough spot there in the middle of the start of this race. It happens occasionally when you use your voice for everything. The game of leapfrog in leaps and bounds. Hegdal, Winker, Rhino, they are making a move. They are rolling here. 442 side by side. Into the corner they go. 17 of Rhino trying to work it back. How about 3 wide? Can they make it 3 wide? Not quite. 4 clears the 42. 17 back in the mix. 13 of Mark Beverly says, hello, I'm here. Let's go racing. 53 up into the racetrack. Second lane to first. As he tries to close down some distance as well. Dougie Higgins Jr. still on to 6, trying to close in on the number 53. Higgins trying to win himself a championship. He may not be able to be the regular season champion, but he's had a strong drive off here since he has joined the series. And right now, picking his battles wisely. 4 to the second lane. 42 utilizing the high side. 17 trying to close down that time. Big shove down the backstretch. They are bump drafting each other. Hold on, Miami. 4, 17, 42. 4 clears the 42. 42 drops in. Shuts the door on the 17, 13 right there on the outside. The more that these guys battle, the more Mark Beverly says, keep rolling. Full send, Bill Hales in 5th. This is the closest that we've seen these drivers roll in. The more that they have been battling, the more that these drivers have been utilizing those tires. There's been a lot of moves made. Hegdal trying to keep the 42 at bay. Kevin Winker leads this lap, but not by much. I take that back. Hegdal led that lap by 1/1000th of a second. 17 to the back bumper of the 4. 13 to the inside of the 17. And in the rearview mirror, you know that these drivers are going, what in the world is going on? The battle rages on. It's... what? That's what it is. It's Spartan Racing in Texas. 4 to the high side. It's going to lead this lap. Utilizing that second lane mentality. 17:42. Will try to get himself around the 42 as well. The drive off into the corner a little bit better for the 17. 42 is going to hold himself down. He's going to be right next to the 17. 17 not giving him any room. Everybody knows that Winker was being that stage winner. He was the fast guy here. He was the one that they needed to work over. And they have forced him to use a ton of his tires, and it is making the back of the field work very well. Closest race we've seen. Mark Beverly in 4th. Right there with Dougie Higgins Jr. These drivers are trying to close in as well. Jesse Calloway back into the mix. Haas Beverly closing down his distance as well. Everybody inside on the lead lap are so close in relative that it's going to be a I don't know, it'll be a manufacturer's beat down. Lance Thompson tries to go to the inside of the 7 here. As Pat Baldwin up there in the Mountain Dew machine. That Chevy in 15th is looking for something to happen. Hegdal, Rhino, Winker, Beverly, Higgins. The moves on this race have been absolutely thrilling. 2 Fords, 2 Chevys, and another Ford. That is your top 5. Then 2 more Chevys, a Toyota, 2 Fords to make up your top 10. Hegdal, Rhino, Winker, Rhino back to the inside. Big shove coming from the 42 into the 17. Looks like that drafting is what's working for. Tight in the corner. Pat Baldwin off track right there. Something happening with him. Hopefully he's going to be all right. On to the backstretch. The 4 has the better run here. That second lane is becoming the grip factory here. 17 might get a run into the corner here on 1 and 2, but on the exit, Hegdal has the run. Rhino leads there, but watch that gap close. 17 leads that lap, but not by much. Hegdal can get himself back into the corner. 17 trying to clear up the racetrack. 4's going to have the run here. 42 back to the inside. Will Rhino back out front. And the race is on. 4 gives a bump to the 17. 17 blinked there for a moment. So a big checkup from the 4. That slows a few things up. The 4 gave a little bitty bump right there. 17 trying to cross over. He's still going to lead this lap. But you got to be careful getting into the corner. 40, you can't leave the door open. 4 to the outside still. 42 trying to close the distance. Has the better drive line here. 17 down to the bottom of the apron. 17 is going to be looking to come up the racetrack, but the 4 is going to be there again. And this is where that side-by-side racing is plays an impact. 13 back to the high side as well. 41 drops into the corner. Dougie Higgins Jr. right there in 5th, trying to make it work. 4 to the high side, puts him into the wall. 17 uses a little race strategy there to put the 4 into the wall. Just barely wiggles himself up the race. The 4 avoids it, gets into the wall right there. So the 42 now all over the back bumper. That side-by-side racing is pretty much locked in and down for the count. 17, 42, 13, 41. Hegel back to 5th. Somebody had to give there, and nobody was giving. 17's right rear quarter panel got right into the nose of the 4, and the 4 up the racetrack just a little bit. It just takes that little bit of a bump to get yourself into the mix. 13 into the mix now as Mark Beverly tries to lead here at Texas. He's got the fresher drive line. He hasn't been battling as much as the 42 has. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to make that pass as well. 42 trying to cross over here. The 41 has the better drive here. Those tires are scorching hot. Spicy is not even remotely an understatement. Wrong one. Hit the wrong hotkey. Lionel out front. Beverly trying to catch here as the drive line changes. Wanker trying to keep himself in the mix here inside the top 3. Dougie. Now, all those drivers that were inside the top 10 that were very close now find themselves trying to find a way to get themselves back into the mix here. Because about a second and a half separate 4th place to Bill Hales in 5th. Keith Prince on and off track there. Something happening with Keith Prince. He's down to pit lane. He's going to get a black flag. Cialino into pit lane. He's going to go ahead and come in for his green flag pit stop. We're getting close to the end of this race, and that is exactly what folks are going to be looking at. Can I go 43 laps around this racetrack? A lot of the drivers came in on 42. They're going to be looking at pit stops very shortly. Haas Beverly off track. Caution comes out. Nathan Dahl off track. Everybody wants tires right now. You know it. You know they do. Now a caution. Nerds doing her things. Nathan Dahl on and off track. We're going to take a look and see what happened. I know that Keith Prince had an issue. There's the 30 right there. He just looked like he was free. He's right there behind Hegdal. 30 has the run on the 4. There's Haas Beverly right there. 30 down there. 22 to the inside. 30. Oh, 30 got free off the corner. Haas. Well, Nathan Dahl is the caution there because he went sideways enough to. We'll take a look at that here. He skadooshed on the 44. Rob Hattenbach now permanently on pit road as well, unable to avoid that one. Dang old dang, he was trying to battle back. Lance Thompson will be your lucky dog. And you know he has been wanting that for about 20 laps. So Thompson will be back on the lead lap, I do believe. Nathan Dahl is looking at pit road as well. Dahl comes back to pit road. Hegdel, your pole sitter, is going to be able to get some of that stuff taken care of on that truck. Aerial coverage of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. Well, it's brought to you by the DIecast auctions. The MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. And, of course, thebuttkicker.com, promo code AOR20. Make sure you go to thebuttkicker.com for more information. They have some awesome stuff, bottom right hand of your screen. Butt Kicker, fuel what you've been missing. Mark Beverly's going to be your race leader. Will Reinl will be looking to try to put some moves on the 13. Ciolino is looking for a free pass here. 33, in my mind, has one of the best paint schemes out there. Only because it is military related. And he is, I wasn't in the Marines, but I support the Marine Corps in a lot of ways, so we like them. Even though I've got jokes for days. Totally joking. See? Told you, jokes for days. Beverly, that is Mark Beverly, Will Reinl, Winker, Callaway, and Higgins. That'll be your top 5. Hales, Smith, Haas Beverly, Nathan Dahl, Eric Hegdel, and 10th, Wise, Thompson, Prince, Ciolino, Patton. That'll go all the way to 15th. It looks like Caleb Patton's going to be out of the race. He's going to be done for the day. Ciolino in 14th. Will make it work. Thanking all the folks and all the love. We appreciate you very much. Kevin, that was an amazing battle for Dan Crown. I wasn't going to say. Oh, no. You can't see it out there. Okay, Kevin says it was a heck of a battle for 20 to 25 laps. You ain't lying. That was a great battle for 20 to 25 laps. There was a big old skadoosh that happened, and we know that we're going to have some drivers going to be driving like PO teenagers here in a moment to get themselves back in position. 75 laps makes it 40 laps to go, which should be very close on fuel. Like if I were the top 10, I'd be coming back in to get a little bit more fuel. Patton's cat hit his power supply and his rig shut down and shut everything off. I'd be like, here, kitty, 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 kitty. What in the world are you doing, kitty, kitty? No, I'm totally joking. We don't. You have the kiddos this weekend. You're painting cars. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Dang old cats. I have cats, though. We all know that my cats are, like, the best thing. Because they don't talk back. They do have attitudes, though. Cats are better than kids. I didn't say that. Okay, maybe I did say that. I've got kids, though. I love my kids. I don't know. If I had to pick and choose, I'd probably still pick my kids, but... I mean, my animals are like family, too. They're pretty close. No, I can't send my dog to college. Can't send my cats to college, even though that'd be funny. Either way, it doesn't matter. But Beverly, Reinl, Callaway, and Winker, that'll be your front 2 rows. Pace Truck's going to dive in. And we're going to go back to green flag racing here. It took a long time for a caution to come out there. I thought maybe we were going to run green to the end. I would have loved to have seen who got to pit road faster here. Waiting for it. Green flag. '17 side by side with the 13. Will is not afraid to put that truck next to somebody else's. But if Will is going to win this race, he has got to get himself out in front of the 42 early. 13 is going to make sure the 42 runs that straight line into the corner. 13 side by side with the 42. Whoa! Little freeze the 17. 13 back to the outside. 9 is going to utilize the natural line. He's going to help the 13 lead that lap. And Mark Beverly, if he's going to one-up Kevin Winker for this race, he's going to have to really apply some pressure now. The 9 of Callaway to the inside of the 13. Winker does make the slide job happen. And now Jesse Callaway back into the mix. Right there to the back bumper of the 13 of Mark Beverly. Winker ready to roll. Yes, he is. Full send. Dougie Higgins Jr. up in the mix as well. Kevin Winker, your race leader, and does a phenomenal job of getting himself clear. That is the driver to beat today. And I hold that. I will hold that to the standard. The only reason that it was so close for so long is because a lot of drivers made the right moves, and Eric Hegel was one of those drivers, and now he is trying to do what he does best and work his way back to the front. That's what he's been doing from the start of the race. He fell back pretty quickly, and now that right side damage playing a factor here. He's going to really have to push, and I mean push. Right behind David Smith. Gets himself to the inside. The drive line is where he needs to be. He is trying to catch himself back up. Not his fastest lap of the race yet. His fastest lap of the race at 30.47. He can run faster. Jesse Callaway in second. Clears Mark Beverly. Kevin Winker about to be under fire from the number 9, but I don't know. Callaway runs his tires pretty tight here. We will see what he does. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to make a pass as well. He is trying to get to the back bumper of the 13. 81-115 for the drivers. Move over Miami. Texas is on its way. We're going to let it roll. I'll be right back. caution comes out. Much love to everybody out there. Needed a little bit of a clear. I had to clear my throat there, so I apologize about the delay in commentating. Yeah, just different season, different area, different, just everything kind of hit me all at once. All right, Eric Hegel, or Nathan Dahl here. Bree whips it around. Ooh, 33 of Cialino misses here. And, man. Oh! Who is that? Was that Lance Thompson? Hold on. Oh! So, at a certain point, wow. Wow. All right. At a certain point, he's trying to stop. He's trying to break. He's trying to break. See, he's trying to make sure he misses it right here. Right here. Up. And so here is where iRacing says, you might want to rethink what you're doing here. And this happens right about there. He's above the racing surface, and iRacing puts him on pit road. Wow. And boom. Yeah, that was absolutely ouch. Kind of want to see what happened there. Eric Hegel, I think, went off track there. There's the 30. He got free, and it whipped back around. He's up there hitting the wall. And right here, the 3, he gets into the 3, who just barely taps the 4 and puts the 4 on the grass here. He's able to save it. Little wheel hop into the end of the quarter. 3 is going to be all right as well. Keith Prince doing that and doing himself some justice. And I do believe there's going to be a lot of drivers going, whoa. I don't know what happened there. Holy cow. Caitlin, thank you very much for the for the follow out there. Much love to you. Thank you so much for being awesome. You're amazing. Thank you for being absolutely Caitlin Surprise. I like the name. I like your name. Winker, Rhino Higgins, Hales, Beverly. That'll be your top 5. Let's go through your field. I'll show you who's doing what. With the butt kicker, 25 lap to go. Summary, Winker has led the most laps today. Will Rhino in second. Dougie Higgins Jr. really trying to capitalize here and make some things work. No doubt these drivers are looking to try to put themselves in a situation where they're going to be working the tire strategy to themselves. Is there going to be another caution? Is somebody going to make it work? Because right now there are drivers behind him on 16 lap pressure tires with 25 laps to go. No doubt thinking that quite possibly we might see another caution, but we shall see, because there's going to be a lot of changes happening. 42, 17, 41, 53, 22 is going to be your top 5, 69, 67, 4, 9, and 13 inside the top 10. Cialino on the lead lap. Keith Prince on the lead lap as well. Nathan Dahl out of the race. And Lance Thompson, of course, out of the race. We saw how he exited the field, and he did so in such style that is deserving of the patented helicopter award. MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast, the Winnie Bit DIecast Auctions, Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series, and Big Haas Motorsports here for Texas, the season finale. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the wrecks here in the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series, AOR on iRacing. Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast, your caution sponsor across every series for Signature Esports. Thank you so much for them for being a part of our platform. Thank you, of course, and always to our friends over at roastedgems.com. We love everybody out there and what they do. And, of course, and always, we want to thank each and every one of you for being who you are. Winker, Rhino, Hales, Higgins, and Wise Big Haas going to be there in fifth on the inside of the 69 of the restart here. The 4 still has a little bit of damage, but he got a lot of it repaired when they came to pit road. He has not come to pit road since lap 73, and he was just skadooshed a moment ago. Green flag. Whoa, 4 gets right into the back of the 69 there. Everybody trying to anticipate the start of the race. Eric Hagel really tried to get that outside line moving. That didn't work. Beverly, 3 wides, clears the 69. Cialino on fresh tires as well. Tries to get to the inside of the 4. The move side by side to 13 and a 33. Kevin Winker, smooth sailing so far. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to make it work. 17 of Will Rhino back to the inside. 41 trying to move to the outside. Higgins rolling the corner. Haas, Beverly with Jesse Calloway. Haas up into the 9. 9 able to save it there. Calloway drops back. Accident avoidance coming. Calloway holds on to the PBR 9. It keeps the green flag racing. Kevin Winker out front. Rhino trying to close the distance. Winker just wants these drivers behind him to keep battling. Dougie has the better drive line, but the 17 got a little free off the corner. 14 into turn 1, closing down the distance, trying to get himself back to the inside of the 17. And he does so on the outside lane. 41 free off the corner. 17 clear. 41 back to the back bumper. The 2 Fords rolling through the corners. Kevin Winker in a Chevy out front. 21 laps to go. It is a huge run for everybody so far. Everything trying to roll the best that it can. Bill Hales in 4th. Clears the 22. John Cialino on the 33. Rolls the corner as well. Cialino faster here. 3 wide into the front, into the backstretch is the 13 and the 33 trying to clear the 22. Brand new tires trying to roll their way to the front. Cialino doing just that. 22 down into the 13 a little bit there. A little net code from both of those drivers. That's now the 13 backs out of the throttle. Wants a clean race here. Hegel trying to win this one. He's got 19 laps to move himself to the front. Does not have the tires to do it, but he's got the will and the anticipation to make it work. 69 of Jesse Wise back to the high side. 9 of Jesse Calloway to the bottom. They are driving like teenagers in the Mayhem commercial. 17 to clear the 42, and it's going to do so. New race leader on lap 97 as 18 laps to go. Becomes a huge battle. 53 of Bill Hales back in the mix. Cialino rolling the corner. He's got brand new tires. He says, let me by. 53 up high, side by side for 4th. Cialino to clear. This race is far from over. 17 laps to go. Rhino trying to hold on to the race lead. Cialino has the better tires, has the better race line. And Mark Beverly pulling tricks out of his hat. He says, hey, silly rabbit, I've got you. And he's going to make it work. Calloway doing the same thing. Calloway came on 89 with the rest of the drivers. He's got brand new tires. That's part of the thing that you got to look at. New tires are going to trump the corner until they all even out. And right now, the 17 of Will Rhino has to worry about the 42, the 41, but more importantly, he's got to worry about the 33 and the 13 at the moment. Trying to capitalize on what they're doing. Bill Hales doing a phenomenal job of holding that outside lane down. Trying to salvage the positions that he is in. 13 carries the corner across the front stretch. I talk about fuel strategy and pit strategy winning races. Do you know what's happening right now? It's exactly what's happening. Drivers who decided to come to pit road on this last caution, as Will Rhino just tries to disrupt the race line there. 42 crosses over to the 33. 33 has to get out of the gas. 41 back into the bumper. Will Rhino trying to block every lane. There's nobody near him to do so. Cialino into the corner. Higgins in third. Still trying to hold on to that second lane. 17 to the top side. 33 clears the 41. The driver closest in action, trying to roll the corner the right way. The 9 of Callaway on a move as well. Cialino, Callaway are going to be side by side. These drivers on the same tires. The 9 took a little extra scrub off, but he is back in it. Got him cooled off and is ready to roll. 13 laps to go. John Cialino behind the 42. Into the corner they go. 9 and 33. The 9's going to utilize the bottom of the racetrack. Mark Beverly back in the mix as well. The 3 drivers that came to pit road and now up inside the top 5. Will Rhino still trying to hold on to the lead. The 42 of Kevin Winker is not done yet. 12 laps to go. Let's go. 17 and 41. The 9 to the inside of the 42. Kevin Winker shuts the door on the 13. These two have been battling back and forth all season long about who's going to win what race and how many races they're going to be able to do. And always, it seems that at the end of the races that Mark wins, if he doesn't win it by a decisive victory, he does hold on to the race line. 17 tries to close the door on the 9. The 9 has the better tires. He's going to be up high. He's going to come down and be to the outside of the 17. 17 crosses over the 9. 9 drops in low. 17 down the block. Tires on the grass. 17 trying to close the distance. Mark Beverly in the mix now. Cialino as well. 9 to close. Will Rhino did not come to pit road, and the tires are starting to bite him hard. Spicy for the drivers. Mark Beverly now trying to contend for the lead. As 10 laps to go, this race is looking like it is going to be the race of a lifetime. Mark Beverly out front trying to close the door on the regular season. If Beverly wins, there will be no doubt that he will be the regular season champion, as long as Kevin Winker does not finish more than 5 or 6 positions outside of that. 9 back to the inside. (13, 9, 17, 33, 9 laps to go. Make it 8 this time by side-by-side racing for the lead. Comes down to who is going to be the most aggressive and who is going to be able to make it work. The 3 of Keith Prince up high. He is looking to stay on the lead lap, but right now he's going to find himself a lap down. The 13 has an opportunity here to utilize the draft of the 3. He's going to do so and cross over to the 9, and he's going to get himself back into that lead pack front. Top 3 drivers came in on lap 89. The only driver that did not come on 89 was Keith Prince. He came in on 90, and I do believe that he got a slow start there and has had to find himself working from the back. Hegdal into pit road on 106, ending his night early. And a shame, that was the driver I would have pegged to win. But not now. Not now. We've got 3 drivers on brand new tires. When I say brand new tires, 16 lap difference on the tires. And they are starting to pull away from Will Rhino and Kevin Winker. 13, 9, 33. The 9 trying to drive back into the corner. 33 of Cialino. Trying to get himself in the mix as well. 42 of Kevin Winker into the wall in the backstretch. Bill Hales going around. So is Dougie Higgins Jr. Winker able to hold on. He will finish this race. 6 laps to go. He had the stage win, but a late race caution brings an opportunity for 3 drivers Mark Beverly out front. Jesse Calloway trying to have a strong second. Cialino in third, right where he started. The Winning Bid DIecast auctions. Check them out on Facebook. We bring you this race at Texas, and it's been eventful. It's been fun. It's been thrilling. It's been exhilarating. But with 4 laps to go, it's going to come down to the wire here. You got 3 very hungry drivers, and you want somebody. Mark Beverly wants to come out on top here in the most egregious and humbling way as well to win the last race of the season. Of the regular season, not the championship. We still have a lot of racing left to go in the season, folks. They're coming down to the point where the round of 15 is going to play a big factor. 13, 9, 33, 17, 41. Bill Hales in 6th. Bill trying to get himself into the mix as well. Bill is absolutely a phenomenal person. We're going to be able to make sure that we see that. All of these drivers, phenomenal. 3 laps to go. And the regular season getting closer to being in the books. Thank you to the season sponsors for the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series, Big Hoss Motorsports, the Winning Bid DIecast Auctions, MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. And of course, everybody out there tuning in each and every week to see some fantastic racing, not only on Friday nights, but across the platform at Signature Esports. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You have all made my life just that much better by being a part of it. Thank you so much. Beverly looking at the 9 and the 33 behind him, saying, you guys keep duking it out because I'm going to take the white flag. And here at Texas, it's going to wave white flag for the final lap. The Texas 2-step 150 with the Winning Bid DIecast auction looks to be 2 corners away from a huge end. The 9 trying to close the door on the 33, trying to make sure he drops into the corner the way that he needs to. But Mark Beverly comes around. And for the final lap, strategy works. He wins it. Cialino second, Calloway in third. And the race will end. What a green flag run to the end on tire strategy. What a race that was. What a run at the end. And a big congratulations to Mark Beverly. I do believe my stuff was... There it is. So we shorten that down. It'll probably be easier for you. Beverly burning it down. AOR regular season champion here. And he kicked some butt. He really did. Congratulations to Mark Beverly on the race win here. And what a great drive off it was for all of these series drivers. That was a fantastic race. And let's bring him in. Let's talk to not only your race winner, but your Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series regular season champion for the 2022 series here, 2022 season here. Mark, congratulations. Tire strategy won that race, and your heck of a driving ability to be patient there at the end. Walk me through this one. It was a spectacle.
Yeah. So for that last caution, I got Jesse Calloway went up to the fence, and I bumped in the back end of him when he came off the wall. I had some aero, so I was like, I got to go in and repair that anyway. So I might as well get tires, and worked out pretty well, I thought. So I knew we had a chance to at least get up to top 5, but I think us 3 blew them away with the new tires, so it worked out in all 3 of our advantages. So
16 lap fresher tires. I would say that you blew them away wholeheartedly. I mean, once you were able to clear the traffic, but all three of you, it was smooth sailing from there. I thought there for a moment that I was going to be able to bounce back into your rear bumper and give you a little "hello, I'm still here" kind of moment, but last three laps seemingly you're able to make it smooth and clean. And what were you thinking when you took the white flag?
Yeah, so I was kind of watching my mirror. I thought he might maybe make a move because he was only a couple tenths away from me. But yeah, I was just trying to make sure I made my marks, and if he made a move on me, I was just gonna let him have it because I didn't want to get wrecked. I just wanted to try to get that regular season champ and the bonus points for the playoffs. So that was my main concern, but we ended up getting the win, so it worked out. But yeah, just as far as being patient through the field, just try to pick my moves and try to stay out of trouble. So it worked out.
Top 15, move on. You've got some playoff bonus points to play with. But after the round of 15, it's pretty much where you're going to be, what you're going to do. You have a lot that is riding on making it to the playoffs, and you're going from Texas Motor Speedway to Phoenix Raceway, and it's really going to be a different kind of driveline. The next three races are three different types of tracks, from flat racing to super speedway racing to another 1.5 mile track to finish off the round of 15. Where do you have to put your focus at here?
Well, I feel like Phoenix might be a good one to start off on. If I can get a win and move to the next round, and I don't have to worry about Daytona. Daytona is always up in the air, and Las Vegas even is with some pack racing too. So I feel like Phoenix might be my better chance of, if you can get a win there, you stay got a good chance of moving on, or you do move on, but you don't have to worry about Daytona or Las Vegas being such a question mark. So I'm going to focus on Phoenix and see what happens.
Mark, congratulations on the race win here once again, and becoming the regular season champion for the Asphalt Outlaws Racing inaugural season and the 2022 season here for the Truck Series. Give your shout outs. It's your time to shine, brother.
Yeah, thanks to you up in the booth putting us out there, and thanks to all our sponsors making it work for us. MLO Bros, Winning Bid DIecast, Butt Kicker. Thanks to everybody that raced with us throughout the season. I feel so far so good, great season, and thanks everybody watching out there.
It's always a pleasure, Mark. We'll see you in the playoffs next week, and make sure that you wish your mom a happy Mother's Day.
Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Forgot about that. Thanks.
That's the big one. That's the big, or wives. If you've got a wife, wives, girlfriends, significant others. If there's a mom close to you, you better be saying it. I'm just saying. Well, man,
yeah. Happy Mother's Day to all those moms out there.
That's right. That's right. That's the way it is, my man. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Always. That's Mark Beverly, and he has a phenomenal drive off. Do you see the relative John Cialino and Jesse Calloway? We're gonna have to go back, and actually, what we can do, we will bring both of the drivers up here because there's such a tie here that even the relative on the screen says 0.549 for both of the drivers. It says John Cialino finishes out front, but I want to take it back. Let me take it back here to the checkered flag for you two.
Yeah, we were just talking about that too.
I want to see this because let's get rid of this here to get rid of that relative. All right, we're gonna do this. Quarter speed coming up. 9:33 inside. You guys had a heck of a race, and the new tires worked out really well for both of you. And I've got both John Cialino and Jesse Calloway in here, the 33 and the 9. iRacing scores them both second and third. The 33 finishes in second. The 9 finishes in third, according to iRacing and SDK as the live timing initiative. But I kind of want to do that just barely, and I mean, I'm. You guys are going to see what it looks like behind the scenes here. Hey, go back here. Behind the scenes here. Here is one frame ahead. That right there is about as close as we're talking a pixel. Here you go. Here you go. There is there it is, right there. That is how much you won by, and it is not by much.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Both of you walk me through this one. It was chaotic and fun all at the same time. Seemed like Texas always is. And you guys were able to find lanes, especially on the backstretch, where they kind of didn't fit for a little bit, but toward the end of the race, it was starting to work.
Hey, Texas is a super fun track. There's so many different lanes, and man, I saw John coming up, and I was like, man, I gotta hold him off, and I knew he was gonna be there. But what do you think, John?
Oh, that was super close. I mean, I wasn't hitting the lines that I wanted to quite hit like those last 5 laps, and I finally was able to be patient in turn 1 and let that truck rotate so I could get that drive off into 2. And I was just something I practiced quite a bit, like all week and stuff, and I finally I got it right just then.
And the moment that you did, the moment that you guys were side by side, I still thought I thought Callaway might have beaten you off the corner there a little bit, but turn 4, you can hook it.
I honestly thought that I had it, but I was like, no, you got me. But oh well.
A top 3 finish for both of you, and John, that really pads some advantage there, especially trying to make sure that you're making the playoffs, trying to make sure that these points matter. It comes down to where you're going to be at the end of the day and where this race kind of lines up. And of course, we'll have to wait for all the points to be updated. Of course, Mark being there is the regular season champion, has had a dominating season along with Kevin. You guys needed to get around Kevin. I think that was the guy to beat today if this thing rolls green.
Yeah, absolutely it was. And that's what, it kind of screwed me. I tried to short pit earlier, got stuck on pit road, had to go to the back. And then when that next caution came, I was just decided to roll the dice right there. And I was like, you know what, we're going to take tires. Hopefully we stay green for the rest of the way.
It's the way it worked. Jesse, it seemed like the PBR machine was ready. Oh, who's the little one? Hold on. We got kids on here. Is that yours?
Oh, you got the picture up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my son.
Holy cow, look at those eyes. Those are brown eyes. That's chocolate eyes. I've got kids. My daughter has very, very dark brown eyes too. Absolutely. Man. Well, anywho, look at that. You can put your kids on SDK. I'm just saying, folks, SDK Gaming, put your kids out there. Say, hey, I'm proud of my kids. Granite Falls, North Carolina, where's that close to?
Yes, sir. It's close to Hickory.
Hickory? All right. Well, I lived in Cameron for a long time, and of course, I was stationed at Fort Bragg for many years. But Jesse, congrats on a P3 here. The roll of the dice. You were able to be aggressive early, and it seemed like tire fall off was kind of what got the best of you there early on. What changed toward the end of the race? Besides, even before that caution, you were able to start making up some of that ground.
It seemed like if I was kind of in the top 3, like close to that front, maybe it was clean air. I don't know, but once I was up there, like I was kind of able to hang around and make up more ground. So, once I got those fresh tires, I got up there and just trying to stay ahead of Mark. I think that was the difference, was just staying up front.
Got to push it. John, you know everything about making sure that you try to push yourself to the boundaries that you can. Marine Corps all over your truck. You're probably my favorite military paint scheme that I get to see each and every week. Give your shout outs out there, John. Much love to you. Congrats on a P2 finish here this week.
Oh, thank you very much. Definitely want to congrats to Mark and Jesse. Heck of a race here. Shout outs to you, Jason. Do a great job week in and week out, and to the fam for letting me have this this hobby that keeps me busy all the time.
And happy Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, well I have to force her to watch all the time for the thing. So yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Jesse, it is your turn. John, congrats, my man. Jesse, it is your turn. I don't have to tell you, right?
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, all the mothers, and my wife, and my mom.
I was gonna say you got a little one on the screen. Go for it.
Oh yeah. Thanks, my wife and my son. I run Wayway Motorsports. I call my son Wayway, so it's named after him. But yeah, thanks to Wayway Motorsports, PBR. I'm drinking a PBR now. Chevy, my team, my teammates, and thank you, Beverly's. Appreciate it.
It's always a ton of fun. Thank you very much to you guys as well. And yes, happy Mother's Day to all of your families as well. And it's always a pleasure. John, Jesse, thank you so much. I brought you both up here because it was such a close finish. I needed to talk to you both at the same time.
Yeah, it was cool. Thanks.
Always.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Always. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Good luck. Hey, Phoenix is next week. That's gonna be an interesting one.
It's always fun in Phoenix.
That's right. Phoenix is the place of cactus and NASCAR. That's what we're going to see. Congrats on Mark Beverly winning the regular season champion. Congrats to, of course, each and every one of you for being out there and tuning in. David, thank you for the love out there. Appreciate you very much. Liking the stream on Facebook. Thank you to all the folks out there following. Make sure that you do so. Head over to youtube.com/signature esports. It's signature and esports all smashed into one big long word, and do that for me if you don't mind, so we can get ourselves to 1,000 followers or subscribers, however you want to put it, so that way we can start rating, or what do they call it? We're basically let's just call it rating. We're pushing people over to other series out there as well. I'm going to start making a list of folks that I want to make sure that we can tie over to as well. We love you. We appreciate you very much. And thank you for doing what you do. Remember to support the causes out there, including your own. Mental health is my number one focus, and make sure that you always put yourself where you need to be to have clear thoughts and a clear mind. Join me in my Discord if you want to sit down, chat, and have some fun. You can also find me on Facebook, on Signature Esports. Find me on Twitter, at Real Sig Esports out there. TikTok, we have a couple TikTok videos out there. I do have a TikTok, Signature Esports on TikTok, and just all the fun stuff. But give us a follow over there on the YouTube, so we can grow that up a little bit, and make sure that we hit that mark. Share it out there. Get your friends over there. Invite your friends to like all of our platforms: Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you to the sponsors of the series. The Winning Bid DIecast auctions, of course, thebuttkicker.com, MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. Love it. They're absolutely phenomenal. Thank you to my podcast friends, Nerds Do Nerd Things. That is AJ and all the folks over there. Appreciate he and Matt, what they do. And, of course, roastedgems.com. Love their coffee. They're absolutely amazing. Use promo code BZ20 at checkout. Make sure that you take care of them as well, but also take care of yourself. When you're in my Twitch chat, !charity, all month long until the 31st. Help me support Operation Supply Drop by sending some care packages over to our men and women deployed overseas, and help support those folks as well. We love you. We appreciate you. Mark Beverly, Asphalt Outlaws, regular season champion. Moving on to the playoffs next week. Join me tomorrow for the greatest of all time racing series. GOAT Racing is going to be up, and we're going to have the Bash at Daytona to set the starting grid for next week's race. The truck series starts Tuesday. And then we'll be back at it Sunday here as well. Monday, we're going to be racing 7 days this week. It's going to be a ton of fun. Much love. We'll see you in the next one.